For you, the leader, how to navigate the AI wave with architects leading the way. Imagine the communication modalities in the last 300 years. In modern times, but before the 1800s, it was paper-based, which was slow and limited to the literate. Then came the telegraph that allowed communication to be sent over long distances via electrical signals in a matter of minutes. Following this, we had the telephone that dramatically changed personal and business communication. This was followed first by radio and then by television that brought real-time audio and visual communication to the masses, transcending geographical boundaries. After that, we got computers and the internet that ushered in the digital age with email and the web. Later, we got mobile and smartphones that helped us connect from anywhere using text, voice, and video. Lately, we see a big resurgence in artificial intelligence. As you can see, the rate of change is much faster now. Each of these modes were used to conduct business. Since the rate of change was slow, businesses were able to adopt these technologies into their operating model, continuously upgrading and transforming themselves. Now imagine that instead of 300 years, this time frame was shrunk to 3 years, and you had to change much faster. Most businesses will not be able to transform themselves successfully, yet we need to be able to do so. So what do we do now for rapid transformation that we didn't do earlier, and how do we keep up? To thrive and transform in today's fast-paced world, businesses need 3 key elements: the right mindset, a conducive environment, and effective tools that support rapid change. Let's break it down. First, the mindset. We'll need agility and flexibility to adapt quickly. We need to see the big picture and yet be able to dive into the finer details when needed. Our strategies, products, and services. Everything must be tuned to enhance how customers interact with and perceive our brand. Second, the environment. We need a great environment to perform at our best. An environment that fosters a culture where innovation is ongoing and encouraged. To support this, businesses must invest in enhancing digital literacy and skills for its employees. Collaboration is part of that environment, because when we collaborate effectively, we just don't add value, we multiply it. Lastly, let's talk about tools. When we have the right mindset and the right environment, we can use tools to make outcomes much more efficient, creative, and valuable. In this video, we'll just look into tools at a little more depth. Here's a partial list of tools that span the enterprise and can be used in the digital transformation process in adopting artificial intelligence into your organization. SWOT analysis, Porter's 5 forces, business model canvas, capability maturity model, balanced scorecard, strategy maps, business process modeling, customer journey map, enterprise architecture frameworks, entity relationship diagrams, data flow diagrams, change management frameworks, Six Sigma, agile methodology, stakeholder analysis tools, risk management frameworks, innovation management tools, and technology trend analysis. An architect of the business, depending on where they operate, understands a lot about the business. For example, enterprise architects have an overarching view of the enterprise that includes business, applications, and data. Business architects focus more on the business side, while application and data architects focus on the technology and data, respectively. Architecture, in simple terms, is about understanding and modeling the different components that make up the enterprise and the ecosystem in which it operates, and how they are connected to one another to deliver value to different stakeholders. Therefore, architecture is about modeling these components and being able to communicate to leadership so that they can make the decisions on how these components should evolve in the future. The skills an architect brings to the table is their ability to apply many of the tools I shared to model the enterprise from different perspectives and with different levels of detail. On top of that, they have strong communication skills to help different stakeholders, leaders like yourself, investors, customers, and so on, to understand the current state of the organization and where it is potentially headed in the future. This helps leaders make decisions to guide it in a desired direction. Essentially, the best way to use tools for transformation at very high speed is to bring in the experts, those who can help you model the enterprise, understand how it will evolve, communicate how technologies can accelerate the transformation, and thereby helping you make decisions so you can control the course of that evolution. Of course, as technology evolves at breakneck speeds, the architects have to understand and construct models that allow for change in the future without revamping the entire enterprise every time a new technology appears in the horizon. Modularity is one construct that helps there. Right in front of our eyes, we see rapid evolution of artificial intelligence. It has gone from the ability to make predictions and classifications just a few years back to being able to generate content and come up with creative ways to automate the business. Such upheaval, of course, has implications across the enterprise, from process updates to job changes. These implications need to be thoroughly understood in order to make strategic and informed decisions in a systematic way, something that enterprise or business architects can help with. They can ensure that AI initiatives are cohesive, aligned with business goals, and effectively integrated into the organizational fabric. For their part, architects too must continue to build their skills in artificial intelligence as it evolves. We'll dig deeper perhaps in a later video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please consider subscribing. For a one-page visual summary of this and all future videos, sign up on my website. Thank you very much for watching.